This is Ben, your host with Open Mind Control for Day 9 of Sharpie Gate coverage 2019. Will Donald Trump recover from what appears to be a Sharpie goof? Or will liberals finally get over it? Probably not, but as if we need more proof of why liberals are psycho, they bring us their incessant coverage over this Sharpie Gate situation. Let's explore what exactly happened. Here is a Time article. NOAA disputes its own experts, siding with Donald Trump over Hurricane Dorian in Alabama. Here's a full timeline of the controversy. Now, how did this start? It started on Sunday, September 1st. Sunday morning, the president tweeted that Alabama and other states will be hit much harder than anticipated. He says in a tweet, in addition to Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama will most likely be hit much harder than anticipated. Looks like one of the hurricanes ever, already Category 5. Be careful. God bless everyone. Now, instead of just reading that tweet and then going on with their lives, liberals could not help but clap back at the president and say, well, maybe all those other states, but not Alabama. Nothing's going to happen to Alabama. And as you know, Dorian did come through, and the coastal states did get a little bit of rain, but they did not get hit as hard as hurricanes usually hit. In fact, Hurricane Dorian stalled over the Bahamas, which is very unfortunate for the Bahamians that live there because it caused billions of dollars worth of damage. But the storm took a turn and pretty much missed the United States as a whole. There are some parts of the U.S. that did get flooded and has flood damage, but in terms of the overall massive destruction that a Category 5 hurricane could have dealt, the U.S. pretty much got off pretty lucky. And those other states he mentioned and the other states that the prediction models predicted didn't get hit. So what happens? NWS Birmingham tweets back, not even directed at the president. It just said Alabama will not see any impacts. But then the New York Times and ABC World News writes this article. On Monday, Katie Rogers of the New York Times wrote that these comments were part of Trump's reality show approach to the presidency. With his reality show approach to the presidency, Mr. Trump has a habit of weighing in on the day's most covered news stories with his own running commentary. As Dorian approached, Mr. Trump switched into town crier mode, updating the public on what he had learned, or what he thought he learned, from government officials as Dorian threatened the coast of the states of Florida, where he has owned properties for decades, Rogers wrote. Trump criticized journalists on Twitter for their reporting on his statements at Alabama. Such phony hurricane report by lightweight reporter of John Carl of ABC World News. I suggested yesterday at FEMA that along with Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina, even Alabama could possibly come into play, which was true, Trump wrote. But here's what is true. Moderates, independents, libertarians, conservatives, just pretty much anybody who doesn't have, pretty much anybody with critical thinking actually is going to look at this story and go, okay, the president said Alabama, big deal. Who cares? The main thing is that the hurricane came and went, and people in the United States did not die or suffer massive property damage or other things. I mean, things not as bad as what happened to the Bahamas. We are very fortunate in that way. But the liberal media, the fake news media, wants to keep reporting on Sharpie Gate 2019. What do you know? All right. So if you just type in Dorian Sharpie into Google, you will find that they're just trying to sell you articles. Mainstream media is just trying to generate more fake outrage for you to get all mad about and then sell you more fake articles so you can go read their articles and click on some ads so they can make some money. Washington Post. The Verge, The Atlantic, CNN. Look at this. CNN, MSNBC, Vox, Donald Trump's Hurricane Sharpie map, LA Times, Opinion, CNBC, even Rolling Stones getting in on the action. Slate, NBC News. Let's keep it going. MSNBC, The Hill. BuzzFeed is now trying to sell you some memes. Politico. Vice. Obviously Vice. It just goes on and on and on, okay? Oh, Snopes wants to report that it's true. Okay, but who actually cares? If you don't like the president already, they're over there cheering, yeah, Donald Trump's dumb for saying Alabama. And if you just want to live your life, you look at the story, you go, okay, what's the big deal? The hurricane missed all those other states as well. Now, then Donald Trump responds after battling with the media for a few days with his own tweet. Check out this video. Okay, so who cares? But he's trolling him back by selling his own official Donald J. Trump fine point markers on his website. For the low price of $15 and supporting his campaign, you can get 5 markers. And while you're there, you might as well pick up a pack of 10 reusable Trump straws. Why not? It's for a good cause. Now, there's this photo going around on the internet of an actual thick Sharpie, like a Sharpie size, not the fine point, like a Sharpie point, custom pen with his signature on it. I think we need to be able to buy those. Hello, I don't want no fine pen. Okay, now let's just get to the memes, because obviously unhinged liberals are going to be like, oh my God, we're being so funny by making fun of the president's Sharpie gate. So they drew these, and some of them are funny, some of them are just so dumb. Oh no, Donald Trump's hands. Let's get him. Let's get Donald Trump and let's talk about his hands, because that'll show him that Drumpf, he's done for sure after this. People who don't already like him will hate him because he drew on the board, and we're going to claim he did. Okay? Here's a cartoonist of Donald Trump. Ooh, he drew a rocket over his head. Our beautiful black wall is built invisible from space. Thanks, Space Force. Winning. Yep. That is a very good representation. Who cares? Okay, Trump playing darts. Doop, 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 doop. All right, next one. This one's kind of funny. I like this one. It is tweeted by the Daily Show Trevor Noah, which I bet he stole this, actually. Yeah. Yes, this is the Greenland. We could make it part of the United States if Denmark agrees, but they didn't. They didn't want it to. Trump's clean coal. I do like this one. There does show a little bit of artistic talent here with this unicorn and the butterflies. It's a good meme. And you know what? Moderates, independents, libertarians, conservatives, or Trump supporters see when they see this, they go, oh, they have a chuckle, they laugh, and they move on with their lives. It's not like some liberals like, oh my God, Donald Trump's the worst president ever. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Worst use of a Sharpie. Donald, who defaced this weather map? Not me. Okay, so yeah, they're trying to make fun of him, and they go, best use of a Sharpie, 2020 election. Use Sharpie to mark any Democrat with a check mark. If you are a Democrat, please follow this and use a Sharpie when you go vote for the next election. Please use a Sharpie for all future elections and check any Democrat you want. I promise you, you will get the results you want, because we can just look at this it is the county of Santa Cruz, so this may not apply for all counties. But if we look at right here in this line, it says, mark your ballot. Use only a blue or black ballpoint ink pen. Do not use red ink pens, Sharpies, markers, or any other type of pen. But this image, yes, just use a Sharpie. If you're a Democrat or a liberal or whatever you're calling, a communist, whatever you're calling yourselves these days, socialists, whatever, use a Sharpie because this little cartoon told you so. Don't follow the rules on the voting website. Just whatever. Like, screw that. Like, we don't follow those rules. That's just fake news from the county. All right. So if you survived Sharpie Gate, I don't know whose website this is or who made these, but they do have stickers, t-shirts, phone cases, and coffee mugs to let everyone know you survived Sharpie Gate 2019. And like you, like everyone else, I'm a survivor too. Peace.